everyone, welcome to another Star Stable update. I am Luna Silverlion, and this is part 1 of the videos that I will be putting up today because there are two different things that happened. First, there is this video, which is going to be the In Loving Memory quest with the Soul Riders. So if you have not done the story quest, this video will be a spoiler, so make sure to skip past it if you don't want the ending ruined. I am recording this after I've already done the quest because I did not realize the quest was going to be so long. So you will head into the quest part in a moment, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the Midsummer quest and stuff will be coming shortly. And also there is a new outfit from Farah down in down in Valedale, which will only be here for a week. So make sure to get that. It is bluish, so that is good. And then remember that Texas Bluebell leaves soon, and next week it looks like we're gonna have Gary Goldtooth visiting us, which is exciting. So without further ado, let's get started into the story quest continuation. So I will see you in a moment. So we're here in Epona, and we're gonna head up to the top of the campsite to start it off. And I think I'm emotionally prepared. Probably not. As you can tell, I'm not really wearing the outfit of the week that I put on. I did decide to put on the ceremonial dress because I felt it was more appropriate for this part of the quest. So let's head up to the top. Again, this is spoilers if you have not already watched this. So let's go up there and see. There's also going to be a new song, so that I'm excited about. Alright, here we are with Evergrey. Where do we go from here? Who can say? But before we look to the future, we must pay respect to the one who brought us this far. Alright, so I guess we're going to go to the Silversong River. For centuries, Doyle's Abbey has been a sacred place for all the peoples of Jorvik. It was a holy site for the earliest Druids. Wave after wave of immigrants to this island have made their way there for ceremonies and solace. Let us meet there to honor Elizabeth, not a funeral, a chance to celebrate her legacy. I'll check with my brother, make preparations, and reach out to those who knew her best. We should all get going. Yes, a nice ride would do us all some good. It's a bit of a walk. Could I hitch a ride with any of you? You can ride with me in Starshine. Alex, are you coming? Aww. Poor Alex. Okay, Alex, if that's what you need, don't forget, we love you. Yeah. Aww. Oh, hey, you're still here. I'm okay, really. I just need some time to get my head together before I can say goodbye. Could you meet me before the memorial and we can ride there together? Let's meet at the bridge over the Silversong River where we met before rescuing Justin. Remember the one? Cool. See you there, and thanks for understanding. Oh, Alex, you made me want to give you a hug. Like, for real. Okay, so we're gonna head over to there and see. We're gonna go there and then we'll ride back with Alex, so we'll see you there. Alright, here we go, Alex. Let's go celebrate. Thanks for meeting me here. I just need some space. I hope others understand. This memorial is starting soon at Doyle Abbey. We should start riding. Yeah. Oh. Alex, you make me sick. What is... Tin Can has a rose in his hair. Oh, she has a rose on too. Why don't I have a rose? I want a rose. Especially for my horse's hair. Oh, it's up. We're going down here. Alex, wait. I used to think everything would be alright once we got Anne back from Pandoria. Elizabeth would point the four of us in the right direction, we'd blow some stuff up, and hey, peace restored. The reality comes is punching me straight in the face. Guess that's what I guess I had that coming for daring to hope, huh? Hope can never be that bad. Alex, wait. You and Tin Can are so zippy. She makes me sad. Try not to blame myself for what happened, but I just can't stop thinking about her. We'd get into fights more times than I could count. She was always scolding me for being too reckless, and don't get me started on her stupid rules. But before her, I never had that, you know? I knew my mom loved me and tried to provide for 5 kids as a single mom as best as she could, but it wasn't enough. She wasn't there. I had to figure out how to keep food on the table, how to keep our clothes clean, where to hide the things you cared about so they wouldn't get stolen. I was always bailing James out of trouble, but there was no one to catch me when I fell. Oh, until Elizabeth. Oh. When I did something stupid, she was the one who picked me up at the station. When I failed, she would tell me to try again. All these rules weren't her trying to make me into someone else. She was helping me be my best self. It was love, and I was too stubborn to see it. You're making me sad, Alex. Elizabeth was the first person to see me as not just some angry kid raging against the world, but as someone better, someone who could be a hero. Oh, she was right. You are a hero. You're lucky to have someone like that in your life. You are a hero, Alex. Oh! Alex! I'm not used to, like, once I click it to take off again. Thanks, Luna. That means a lot. But losing... Oh, it's raining! But losing Elizabeth is more than just losing a family. She was our leader. More than Fraps. She was the one who showed us what it meant to be a soul rider. Losing her, it's too much. I don't know if if I'm ready to move on, Luna. I don't know if I can. You're not alone. We can help. You can't give up. We need you. Let's do it that one. Alex remains silent. Oh. She doesn't think we need her. But we do. Alex, we definitely need you. Oh, it's so pretty. How are you holding up, Alex? You know me. Knocked me down. I get back up. Life goes on, right? I'll be fine. Look, Alex. Everyone will tell you that you have to move on, like it's something you can get over. It's not. It'll be with you all your life. It's something you need to make part of you, because you must live with it. Things might never be fine, but that's okay. It's up to you to how to handle it. You just can't forget that you have friends that are willing to be there for you. That, I think I could do. Thanks, Lisa. Elizabeth might not be with us anymore, but we are still soul riders. We'll stand by each other every time. We'll honor her memory. At times like this, I find it easier to express my feelings with my guitar. Stay and listen if you'd like. Do you think Elizabeth, wherever she is, can hear my song? Oh. Yes. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh. Okay. I didn't even dismount. It dismounted itself. Oh. Let's mingle a bit and meet up again afterwards. Mingle at the memorial. Playing guitar helps me focus. I hope music will resonate with everyone. Song from the beginning. I don't know what song.
Here I am, though I wish I was braver. We all came here today for a last goodbye. Leave a rose on a grave of a mile. We will ride again, we will ride again like the sun. You live on in your dawn, across the morning sky in our hearts. You live on and on and on. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. Hold our head up high and with tears in your eyes, we face the first of days without you here beside. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye. We face the first of days without you here beside. It's time to say goodbye. We inherited all of your magic, saw the fire we carry inside us. We will honor your courage forever, never rest until your dream is done. Like the sun, you live on, a new dawn, across the morning sky in our hearts. You live on and on and on. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. We hold our head up high with tears in our eyes. We face the first of days without you here beside. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye. We face the first of days without you here beside. It's time to say, it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. We hold our head up high and with tears in our eyes. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. We hold our head up high and with tears in our eyes. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. We hold our head up high and with tears in our eyes. It's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. We hold our head up high. It's time to say goodbye.
Well, if that wasn't sad, I don't know what was. Okay, let's go talk to other people. Now, Calanthe will need someone to look after her now, and I think you need someone to look after you too. Would you like to be a great team together? Rhiannon, I don't know if I could have time to look after a puppy, much less a horse, between council members and tending to Fripp. Rhiannon, what about What about Evergrey? He always needs a horse, my brother, but he's not. He's the very embodiment of irresponsibility. It is actually perfect, Luna. Hey, Evergrey. Yes, I'm right here. Just got something in my eyes, all. Aw. I didn't realize that Elizabeth had a horse. She's pretty. Oh, aren't you a friendly fellow? I have to say I'm deeply sorry for your loss. We didn't always get along, but Elizabeth was truly the best for us. Oh. She does seem to like you, brother. You two are cute together. How would you like a four-hoofed companion for life, Evergrey? Oh. No? She seems fine with me, but objects to being called cute. You two have something in common, then. Hey, I'm adorable. As I see it, you two have already formed a bond. Calanthe will need someone to look after her, and you need someone to teach you about responsibility. It would be nice to have someone that would take care of me when I need to go. I can't keep hitching rides with Luna forever. Amen to that. How about it, girl? Aww. Look, Evergrey got a horse. Alright, let's talk. I feel for Concord. She's still too young to comprehend what really happened, but she can feel that something is wrong. Oh. One sun has faded from this world, and it pains our little sister. Old friend, listen to the music around you. Elizabeth lives on in Lisa's song and in the memories of those who loved her. She lives on in you, Concord. The bond you shared is part of you for all the time until Aidine's return. The legacy of every soul rider of the sun lives on in you. Oh. Y'all are making me sad. When I was young, Elizabeth used to take me out in nature, teach me about the herbs and plants, where to find the best places to forage. She was, always supportive. She never judged me for preferring the company of animals to people. She always supported me in my crafts as well. I don't know if I can ever become a master druid craftsman like my grandmother, but Elizabeth's encouragement made me confident. We are lucky that he had someone like that to lead us. I wish I had taken the effort to get to know her better. She was always treating the creatures of the forest with great respect. Beeper liked her. Meep. He should have said beep. Sorry. Okay. Everyone's out here making me sad. Oh. Oh, Elizabeth. I wish I had the chance to know her. She meant so much to all of you. Oh, Anne. Do you think you could tell me a bit about what kind of person she was? Elizabeth always knew how important it was for us to be together and stand as one. I think she understood better than anyone what it meant to be a soul rider. Of course she did. She used to be a soul rider, just like us. Wait, what? At first, when we all met, I wasn't ready to accept this as my destiny. As a Von Bleason, you have certain expectations to live up to. That's what I was always told. I had to be careful of who I associated with, or I could put my family's reputation at risk. And of course, competing at dressage at my level requires daily practice. It's not as if I could give up on all that and chase monsters in the night. And my powers didn't come easy. I saw how Alex's gifts just flowed out of her, almost as if it was intuition. It didn't help that Fripp expected even more of me than my own parents. I tried to hide my struggles from the others, but Elizabeth saw right through it. She took me aside and told me about her own journey, how lost she felt when she first discovered her magic, how she came to understand and find confidence in who she was. Elizabeth spent a lot of time with me after that, teaching me about what it meant to be part of the Sun Circle. From all her help and guidance, I learned something far more important than magic. She taught me to step up and be myself. I found my place among my friends and eventually dared to tell my parents about my own dreams. Adults might seem like they have all the answers, but they struggle just like the rest of us. I'm glad that Elizabeth wasn't afraid of showing that. When I asked her a question she didn't know the answer to, she would still encourage me to go find the answer and give me the guidance needed to find out more. Even the times when she didn't tell us everything, I think it was still her way of trying to protect us. Even to the point of being overprotective. No one is perfect. We're all the sum of our experiences. It's true. Not only a good mentor, but someone who cared a lot about you. Will you be alright with this magic destiny thing without her? If Elizabeth taught us anything, it's that we have to count on each other. Alone, we don't have courage or the answers to go on, but together, we'll be a team. It's all Elizabeth ever wanted. I can't stop thinking about Elizabeth first came to Jorvik's stables to ride her first horse. Was she a great rider? Oh, she would be, but I dare say it'd take her more than a bit of work to get there. If Elizabeth had met her Concord when she first arrived at Jorvik, perhaps she would have had a little help from aiding in figuring her way around a horse. But fate would have it we hadn't found her starbreed. Poor girl was stuck taking her first steps as a slow rider, training with one of our training horses. Riding didn't come easy to Elizabeth. I'd never seen a girl so timid around a horse. She came back day after day, not just to ride, but to learn everything about stable life. She wasn't afraid to get her boots dirty, and she never gave up. Determined to succeed in whichever task she attempted. She sounds like she never changed much in that aspect. She used to have so much love for all the horses, too. That was one girl I could tell was shining strongly with Aideen's light. Do you have any stories about Elizabeth's spymaster? Could you tell me a story about the young Elizabeth? Could you tell me about her bond? Do you have any stories about Elizabeth? When I first got news of what happened to her, can you guess what my first thought was? Sad? That's what you'd expect. My first thought was, oh no, I never returned her hairbrush. What? That's her first thought? Once I caught myself thinking like that, I was distraught. Why would that matter now? For some reason, I couldn't help thinking about it. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to get a decent delivery of hair products when you live in a cave, so I often ended up borrowing things from Elizabeth. She has better hair anyway, so she could swap self-care tips. Think about those silly little moments, realizing that they're all gone now. It was just too difficult to comprehend. It wasn't until Lucian climbed up my robe and gave me a comforting nudge that I realized that I'd been crying. Oh. Strange thing how we deal with grief, isn't it? She was gone, and a hairbrush was what made me break down. Could you tell me a story about young Elizabeth, Herman? I remember the first time we went riding outside the stables. Once the beginners learned to sit on their horses without falling off, I was like to take them to the short hack, just around the Greendale area. It's short and easy road with few obstacles. On this one ride, though, something spooked your horse. Before I could calm it down, it fled straight into the thick Greendale canopy in panic. I was standing there in shock. Thought one of the thick branches might knock her right off the horse. Imagine my surprise when just a few minutes later she came back unscathed and having managed to climb onto her horse and calm the panicked critter down. Something happened out there in the woods. I tried to pry it out of her, but she just smiled and said it was a secret between her and the runestones. To see her ride after that, as if she'd been around horses for years, if she'd been so inclined, she could have been one heck of a cross-country rider, but well, destiny had other plans for her. Could you tell me about her bond with Concord? The amazing thing about starbreeds is that since they are destined to bond with one special soul, always reflect an aspect of their rider, like puzzle pieces waiting to snap together, and when it came to the soul riders and their starbreeds, notice that the rider will start to reflect the spirit of the horse the closer their bond. You probably heard stories about Concord and First Road. Oh boy, was that horse full of himself. He didn't just trot around the stables, he strutted. But much of that was born of Concord. How much came from that Anne needed at the time? It's hard to say. But every Concord I've met, and this makes 3 generations, beams with pride. Elizabeth Sunbeam was strong, determined from the day we met, but she was shy. She let others take credit for accomplishments. After she found her Concord, her confidence blossomed. She embraced her talents and wouldn't let any man push her to the sidelines. She earned a reputation as a bit of a firebrand, stirring up trouble. She broke more than a few hearts those days. She was something else. Concord didn't let Elizabeth become a soul rider through their bond. He helped her see that she could be a leader. Oh. I could have been a druid, you know. It was my birthright, but I am too much of a wanderer. I love mysteries that send me to far-off places, but a proper druid stays rooted in the earth. Meh. I think Elizabeth could relate. She came to Jorvik as a wanderer, but her destiny required to put down roots, first as a soul rider and later of Keepers of Aideen. Between adventures, nothing gave me more pleasure, so much pleasure as lunch with Elizabeth. She always had a fresh loaf of her amazing banana bread ready, payment, she told me, for the tales I'd spin by the fireplace. She lamented that her work never let her stray far from home, but she did have one release. Whenever the paths to Dino Valley opened up, she would ride to the great elevator, ride alone into the wilderness. Whenever we crossed paths, she'd tell me she was there on important Druid business, to gather callstones or ice and thistles or whatever, what have you. But I knew better. That is the nice thing about memorials, my dear. No single person acts the same in every situation. Apprentice, mentor, friend, leader. Everyone here would have seen a different side of Elizabeth, and here we can share all those sides and remember her together. For me, she'll always be the fiery-haired teenager stowaway who ran away to Jorvik to make a difference. Stowaway? This I have to hear. As a friend to the Keepers of Aideen, I have to get cryptic requests to deliver cargo to and from Jorvik. Try not to ask too many questions, since it's the Aideen's will, that's all I need to know. Now, one time, 30 years ago, my contact, the spy master, not that fellow, his predecessor, he tells me, Captain Bruce, we want you to dock to this particular port on this exact day. What do I do there? I asks him. Nothing, he says. Just stay an hour, then disembark. No cargo to collect. I asked him if Aideen's will it, he says. We docked at the agreed place, and Time and I waited top deck, waiting for any signs of cargo, but saw nothing. Figured this time maybe the Keepers of Aideen had it wrong. It wasn't until we were well out to sea that I discovered the cargo hiding under a tarp in a lifeboat. It was young Elizabeth, shivering, wet, and half-starved, the poor thing. I took her up into my cabin, fixed her up with tea and sandwiches, and listened as she told me about the wicked home she was fleeing, but the strange dreams that haunted her of late, and she showed me a mark that appeared on her leg around the same time. A mark I recognized all too well. It's on your parka, Nick. It's on the runestones of this island, and it marks our friend Anne von Blyson. It was the mark of the sun. She said she didn't know why it came to the port and snuck on my ship that day, only that she had to. Aideen's will, I suppose. It was my honor and privilege to bring Elizabeth to Jorvik. I would see her many more times as she became destined as a soul rider, and we'd work together many times after tragedy brought her sisterhood to a premature end. But no matter how dark the storm clouds, Miss Elizabeth would always shine with the light of that stowaway who came to Jorvik chasing a dream. She was the girl who gave up her name and became a sunbeam. I wish I had been closer in life. The Keepers of Aideen don't look kindly on witches, and Elizabeth had her own reason to distrust witchcraft. Despite those differences, I had nothing but respect and admiration for her as a leader of the Keepers of Aideen. In a different time and place, I'd like to think we'd have been good friends. I think Elizabeth came to trust and respect you. That's very kind of you to say, my dear. As an old lady such as me, nothing tears my heart more than seeing someone young leave this world before their time. It's not the order of things. The burden of fate can be insufferable. Elizabeth knew it all too well, and now you and your young friends are trapped in its spell. If it ever feels like the weight of the world is too great to bear, do come to see me, dearie. I might not have all the answers, but I can help now I can see, and the grass in my yard is particularly sweet in case Moon Pearl is hungry. Oh, well, there's a lot of people. I wish I could have known her better. I'd say hi to Elizabeth whenever I came to Valedale to see Alex, but I always felt a little bit awkward around her. Don't get me wrong, she was always super polite, but it's like she was always waiting for me to put my foot in my mouth. You did kind of sneak into the secret circle. I don't think I ever seen Fraps so angry. I wanted you to know I could be a great hero, just like you. Oh, Maya, I'm your hero? Wow, sure you're setting those jumping bars a bit low, huh? Being a hero didn't really turn out to be all that it was cracked up to be. That doesn't sound like the Alex I know. The Alex I know wouldn't spend time pitying herself. She'd get out there, smite her enemies, and return triumphantly to crash on my couch and eat all my cheese curls. What can I say? Being a hero makes me hungry, and you always do seem to have plenty of cheese curls. They're cute. So where is your rose, Luna? A rose? Elizabeth loved wild roses. I thought she would make the perfect dress code flower for her memorial. I wanted to plant wild rose bushes here to honor her memory, but that isn't enough. I should plant a whole garden of wild roses. For Elizabeth, it would have been enough to know that you're here to remember her. Did Jenny get a makeover? She looks different. Well, I don't think that's enough. Everyone in Jorvik should be here grieving for her and all that she went through for them. I should at the very least plant one more wild rose. Is this Jenna? Maybe it's not. I should, one wild rose growing strong in the light of the sun. It would be fitting tribute to my best friend. No, is this the girl from Valedale? I don't even know. Oh, everyone's leaving. Looks like people are starting to leave. Let's have a short meetup. Slow riders only. Oh, 200 experience. I never realized how many lives Elizabeth had touched. It was amazing to see so many gathered here for the ceremony. I'm still tearing up from your song, Lisa. Elizabeth would have loved it. I overheard Avalon quietly sobbing behind his hood as he was leaving. He tries not to show it, but this has been hard on him. How are you feeling, Luna? I'm gonna say I'm really sad because I am. We're all here for you, Luna. What do we do now? Now, we act. Our mission didn't die with Elizabeth. We're soul riders. We ride on. But where do we even start? We're going to need to do something about Concord. I can't very well go into battle with a foal. Fripp is still in a coma as well. Right, that's obviously some issues we still need to deal with. But we can deal with them together. Nothing is over. This is just another beginning. We should take some time to think about it, try to gather our thoughts, and decide what to do next. In the meantime, we should make sure to get some time to hang out together, now when none of us are in active peril. And make sure we spend some time with our families and other loved ones as well. Perhaps our first course of action could be to get something edible. It feels highly inappropriate to graze on these grounds. This rose is starting to really itch on my tail. It's ready. I'm ready to get going. Sorry. Elizabeth will always be a part of me, a part of us all. We'll keep her spirit alive by using the lessons she passed on to us. I know that I have friends I can rely on. I will always do my best to be the hero she saw in me. Hope she will be watching us wherever she is. Goodbye, Elizabeth. I will always love you. Aww. Oh, I got earrings. Oh, what a pretty scene. Okay. What did we get? Oh, they're pretty. They're like little, oh, they're little rose earrings. I like them. Perfect to go with this outfit. So, that was a lot longer than I was expecting. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have two videos. This will be a standalone, and then I will also have a video for the Midsummer Festival. So thanks for watching this part 1 of Elizabeth's Memorial. I thought that was very well done and really sad. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the Midsummer one. Talk to you later. Bye!